For nearly a decade, whenever England entered a major tournament, one name was completely immovable. Through the endless online ridicule, through the tactical shifts, the injuries, and the heavy burden of public scrutiny, Harry Maguire always stood at the heart of the Three Lions defense. He was the ultimate tournament warrior. But as the England squad boards the plane for North America, heading into the 2026 World Cup, Harry Maguire is nowhere to be found. When Thomas Tuchel finalized his 26-man squad, he delivered a decision that sent absolute shockwaves through English football. Maguire was completely left behind. Taking to social media almost immediately, Maguire admitted he was left shocked and gutted. And honestly, so was the rest of the footballing world. It leaves us with one massive, looming question as the tournament kicks off. Did Thomas Tuchel just pull off a masterstroke of tactical evolution, or has he made a brutal, unforgivable mistake that will haunt England's World Cup dreams?
To truly understand why this omission hurts so much, you have to understand the strange, almost unexplainable paradox that defined Harry Maguire's entire career. Think about it. How can a single player be completely torn apart by the internet on a Saturday afternoon, yet trusted implicitly by every international manager come Wednesday? Following his world record transfer to Manchester United, Maguire became the ultimate lightning rod for online football culture. Every misplaced pass became a viral video. Every minor defensive mistake was turned into a global meme. The jokes about slabhead were relentless, and at times it felt like the entire internet had collectively decided that Maguire was the problem with English football. But then the international break would arrive. He'd trade the red of Manchester for the white of England, and everything changed. This is the side of the story the meme accounts always chose to ignore. Whenever Harry Maguire put on that England shirt, he transformed. He wasn't hesitant, he was dominant. He wasn't a liability, he was a leader. Under Gareth Southgate, Maguire became one of the most reliable tournament defenders in modern English history. Think back to the 2018 World Cup semi-final run, the agonizingly close Euro 2020 final, or the rock-solid displays in Qatar in 2022. While he was being booed by club fans, he was anchoring a national team defense to its most successful era since 1966. He never stopped showing up, and he never let his country down.
And that brings us to the real tragedy of this 2026 omission. If this snub had happened 2 seasons ago, when he was stripped of the United captaincy and glued to the bench, people might have understood it. But Maguire didn't just accept defeat, he fought his way back. Under Michael Carrick, Maguire experienced a stunning professional redemption. Over the course of the 2025-26 season, he revitalized his career, stepping up to anchor an injury-ravaged United defense, guiding them all the way to a third-place finish and a guaranteed Champions League spot. He was playing so well, United even handed him a contract extension through to 2027. Heading into the summer, the narrative felt beautifully set. In Euro 2024, a cruel calf injury had robbed him of his place. But this time, he was 100% fit. He was in form. He had just played a commanding 90 minutes in a warm-up friendly against Uruguay. By all accounts, he had ticked every single box. He had earned his ticket to North America.
Then came the announcement from Thomas Tuchel. Sudden, cold, explicit. Harry Maguire out. No place, no ticket to North America. And that's where the debate truly began. Because this wasn't a player struggling for fitness. This wasn't a player completely out of form. In fact, many believed Maguire had enjoyed one of his strongest seasons in years. He had revitalized his career, earned a contract extension, established himself as an important player once again.
Tuchel didn't just drop Maguire from the starting 11, he left him out of the traveling party entirely. According to reports, the decision came down to a cold-hearted tactical evolution. Tuchel didn't want to rely on the defensive low blocks of England's past. He wanted a highly mobile, dynamic, aggressive backline capable of pressing incredibly high up the pitch in the grueling North American summer heat. In Tuchel's system, recovery speed is everything, and at 33 years old, Maguire's lack of pace was viewed by the German manager as a tactical liability against the lightning-fast front lines of France, Brazil, or Argentina. Tuchel looked at the younger, faster options available, guys like Mark Guéhi, Ezri Konsa, Levi Colwill, and Jarell Quansah, and decided that tournament pedigree mattered less than physical mobility. It was a decision based entirely on the future, showing zero sentimentality for the past. But it left a massive divide across the country. On one hand, you can see Tuchel's logic. To win a World Cup in the modern era, you have to be brave, and you have to play on the front foot. But on the other hand, tournament football isn't just about tactical graphics and high-pressing statistics. It's about pressure. It's about leadership. It's about knowing what to do when you're 1-0 down in a quarterfinal and the stadium is shaking. By leaving Maguire at home, England has thrown away 66 caps of invaluable tournament experience and their most dominant aerial weapon.
But this story wouldn't be complete without a fascinating, almost Hollywood-style twist. Because while Harry Maguire won't be step-over-stepping on the pitches of Atlanta or Los Angeles, he is still going to the World Cup. In a massive media move that caught everyone by surprise, Netflix managed to sign Maguire to a marquee broadcasting deal. Instead of defending on the pitch, he's headed straight to a high-tech studio in New York City to join Gary Lineker, Alan Shearer, and Micah Richards as a headline pundit for the Rest is Football World Cup coverage. Think about the sheer drama of that setup. Maguire will have a global, prime-time media platform to analyze England's every move. If Tuchel's new-look youthful defense keeps clean sheets, Tuchel looks like a visionary. But if England's backline leaks a sloppy goal from a corner or looks nervous under pressure, the cameras are going to cut straight to Harry Maguire in a New York studio. The irony is staggering.
Football can be a beautiful game, but it can also be profoundly cruel. Not every international icon gets the fairy tale ending or the roaring stadium farewell they deserve. Harry Maguire dreamed of one final World Cup, one last ride to help a golden generation finally cross the finish line and bring football home. But when that plane took off, he wasn't on it. Whether Thomas Tuchel made the right tactical decision is something we'll be debating for decades. But as the tournament kicks off without him, it's worth taking a step back to look at what Maguire actually leaves behind. History won't remember the viral memes or the toxic social media trends. History will remember a man who earned over 60 caps, scored more goals than any other defender in England men's history, and carried a nation to a World Cup semi-final and a European Championship final. Few players have ever worn the England shirt while carrying a heavier weight of outside hatred, and yet fewer still continued to show up and perform the way Harry Maguire did. Tuchel may have written the final chapter of this World Cup, but Harry Maguire's place in England's modern football folklore was already written in stone long before the 2026 tournament ever began. And regardless of whether he is in the squad or watching from home, this story deserves to be remembered. What do you think? Did Tuchel show the exact type of ruthlessness England needs to win a World Cup, or did he completely disrespect a modern legend?